Hi everyone. So the reason I wanted to do this video is to show the importance of the mental health side and also the feeling inside, what you feel from coming and having my treatments done. How clients feel and their confidence coming through is just so important to me. So if I can make you feel better and make you feel better about yourself, then I've done my job. Some of my clients have been interviewed today and I just want you to have a little look at their feedback and how they feel. It's not really about the job what I do to make them look good, it's also about what I do to make them feel good and make them feel a lot more confident as well. So hopefully you'll enjoy this and thank you so much. So, you know, we cover everything from kind of the facial, the skincare, bit personal, like laser hair, anything, everything. Lesley is great in terms of your aesthetics. So yes, you know, as girls all say, we don't have anything done, but it's an absolute lie. Because we do, you know, we all want to turn the clock back in the most natural way possible.
First started off on low level with a microdermabrasion. Which she did recommend when I came in because she does a full analysis of your skin. And then I went on to the dermaplaning, and then I got a little bit more advanced and did the composite, and then a little bit more advanced again, and now I'm on to the plasma facials. But it's whatever she recommends really for me because I trust her. So she knows my skin, I think, better than I know my skin myself.
When I started coming to Lesley, I was just going through my menopause and I was losing confidence in my appearance because, you know, my skin was going dry and I wanted to make myself feel better. So I came to Lesley and I had a full consultation and it started from there.
I had a lot of issues with my skin a few years ago, so Lesley started doing my facials each month, and then I went on to some stronger treatment, and then she helped me through that process as well.
So the first treatment I had with Lesley was my eyebrows tattooed, microbladed. I'm not a kind of person that gets a lot of kind of beauty treatments. I'm a very impatient person, so to sit still and have somebody prodding at your face for a long time is not my way of relaxing. But Lesley has totally changed me in that way because I love coming for treatments with her and I do find it really relaxing.
Just coming, it's like you always come in. I'm up here when I come back from work completely stressed out, and then I come in and it's very calming. You can talk to her about anything. She's a bit like a counsellor, I suppose. you go out with a brilliant skin and you actually feel better in yourself as well.
What Lesley offers is a bespoke service for you. You feel like, you know, you're the only person that matters to Lesley that day when she's doing that treatment. You're not going into somewhere where you feel like on a production line and you're just going through the motions and they don't really care about you, they're just doing a job.
Personally, I love it, this setup. I prefer it to going into a salon and having loads of people around and not really knowing where to put myself. You kind of come in here and you feel like you've come to visit a friend or a family member. It's quite a personal sort of setup. There might just be one other person here when you arrive or whatever, but she just makes you feel, you just walk in, she says, "Oh, take a seat, do you want a drink?" You know, it's really easy, and there's no sort of anxiety about walking in or going to a reception desk and then, you know, checking yourself in for an appointment. So I really like it.
I've never met anybody like her that does those kind of treatments, and the way she approaches it and the way she kind of convinces you and tells you what's best for your particular skin on that day. I've had many treatments all over the world and she's definitely the best, and her knowledge on everything, down to eyebrows, to makeup, to facial treatments, to cosmetics, like she just knows her stuff and she don't give you the whole jargon with it all. She's just very direct to the point in a really lovely, like relaxed, friendly way.
It affected me quite badly last year. When we first went into the lockdown, a few months in, it just started getting a little bit much for me, not being able to, because obviously coming for treatments is one of the things that I just like to do for my mental health anyway. I was quite affected by just being isolated and not being able to speak to people in person, and Lesley is obviously one of those people who I like to speak to and catch up with and confide in, really, so it did affect me in that way.
Yeah, well, to be fair, with lockdown, I've been working the whole way through. Being able to come and get pampered again, I suppose, is a big thing for me, because I've always looked after myself, and not being able to do that whilst we've been on closed down or shut down, whatever you want to call it, it's had a massive effect on me mentally and my skin. I can sit here, and obviously if my skin's not feeling great, I don't feel great. You know, I don't want to go out anywhere, I don't want to do anything. So yeah, it's massive, and I can't wait to get back to normal, whatever our normal is going to be. I can't wait to just come back and get my treatments and just feel better in myself.
Lockdown has affected me quite a lot bad with mental health. I've got 3 young children, so I've gone from, you know, being on film sets and living a bit of, you know, glam lifestyle sometimes to, you know, I'm a mum first of all, of course, but to having like hardly any help with the children, and becoming a school teacher, which I definitely did not sign up for. I've got so much more respect for teachers now, and just having absolutely no time for myself. So coming to Lesley has been a real treat. It's something that I've always looked forward to, whether I'm being really busy with the kids and working. I know when I come to Lesley, like, I shut that door and it's just all about me for that moment.
Of course. Lockdown has affected everybody mentally, hasn't it? But, you know, when you've got this happy place that you can come to, which Lesley is the happy place, but not only, you know, the treatments, people can try and do things at home. We try and look after ourselves at home to make ourselves look good and feel good, but you can't take away from the fact that lockdown has been difficult for everybody in every single way, but missing those visits here, not only for the treatments but actually just for that mental clarity and that being able to chat and talk, it is such an important part of what we need as human beings, as women, as men, you know, whatever. But yeah, the lockdown and not being able to come has clearly has a big impact.
My mum came here when she was first diagnosed with cancer, and Lesley was absolutely marvellous. And she did my mum some massages for pain therapy, and my mum didn't know whether she wanted to have her eyebrows done or not. She was under chemotherapy and lose her hair and everything, but she still wanted, my mum was very proud, still wanted to look her best. So Lesley said, well, come and have a consultation. So we came, me and my sister, with my mum, and she did my mum's eyebrows, tattooed them, and she did her eyeliner. And my mum looked amazing, even when she was in chemotherapy. She looked amazing because your eyebrows frame your face. It wasn't false at all. I mean, you can see some people who can say they've had a lot of work, but I wouldn't want to come anywhere where a lot of work's done and you can tell it's been done. I still want that natural look. A lot of places you can really tell they've got the, you know, the big sluggy eyebrows on the forehead. So yeah, Lesley's great.
She did my wedding in 2017, and I think it was a year or two before that I started coming to her. So she travelled over to come to the wedding as well, and she did my makeup in the morning, and it was just the whole experience. She just added to it, really. She was there first thing in the morning with all the family. She got involved with the wedding day. She came over with her hairdresser as well, and they was all involved in the experience. So she just made me feel amazing in the morning before the day started.
There's been a time that really stood out for me with Lesley was my dad passed away. Was it about 3 years ago now? Yeah, 3 years ago my dad passed away, and I was his carer for 5-6 months at the end. I was his carer for 5 years, but the 5-6 months at the end was horrific. And you know, I've seen things that no daughter should see with her father, because I was his carer. I've seen it all, and I totally had nothing left of me. I totally just, everything was stripped out of me, and the grief hit me really bad. And Lesley, she was always texting, asking how I was, and you know, she'd become a real close friend. And she said, will you just come over, just get away from it all and just come and see me, you know, we'll do a treatment, whichever. And I came over and she did my eyebrows, which you think, well, that's not a very nice relaxing treatment, getting your eyebrows like tattooed, and it's painful. But what it did for me to just, I looked in the mirror afterwards, I didn't even think about getting my eyebrows done. I've never really thought, oh, I'm penciling it in every day and want my eyebrows done, but it was something that was done, and I don't have to keep up with it every day. And I cried, and I'm not like that emotional. I'm quite a strong character, but I absolutely cried my eyes out when I looked in the mirror, and I was like, that's just something that I've done for me. It was more than a treatment, it was more than just getting my eyebrows done. It was, and just having that moment of just being able to come and zone off of the whole world and all what's going on, and the grief was so overwhelming. I just cried my eyes out, and I was like, oh, thank you. And just, yeah, so since then I've just put all my trust in her.
Well, I would say to somebody who's thinking about coming to see Lesley, I would say stop thinking and just do it, because you know she's competitively priced at the best of times anyway. But forget all of that. It's the experience. It's the way that you will form a relationship. You will be working with somebody that knows you, understands you, and gets to know you even more. The knowledge she's got is extensive, and I couldn't recommend her highly enough.
Right, without a doubt, come and see Lesley. She's a great therapist. She knows her stuff. She's very advanced in what she does. There's not many people, in fact I don't think there's anybody in this area that does what she does. Mentally, you'll feel great when you'll just feel better in yourself. Your skin will be amazing no matter what treatment you have. And she follows up on it as well. She keeps an eye on you. She'll ask you how you're feeling. Not many people do that. I've been to God knows how many therapists, and it's like they don't follow up on it. They're not particularly bothered. It's like a treatment. You pay and you go, and it's not like that with Lesley. So yeah, I would thoroughly recommend anybody who wants to come and see her.
Come to Lesley, have a consultation, just come and see what a beautiful place it is, what a lovely lady she is, and what she can offer.
So thank goodness I'm able to open again. If you would like to book any appointments or you want more information about any of the treatments, what I do, please visit my website. I'm also on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on LinkedIn as well. Thank you.